Welcome to our video, where we dive into the latest and greatest in space exploration and technology. Today, we're going to tackle a question that's been on many people's minds. Is space colonization possible or just a dream? From the earliest days of human civilization, we've been fascinated with the idea of reaching beyond our planet and exploring the vast expanse of space. We've sent probes to explore other worlds, sent humans to walk on the moon, and have even set up a permanent presence on the International Space Station. But what about the idea of actually living in space, on other planets or moons? Is that something that's truly within our reach? So, buckle up, and let's explore the possibilities of what the future may hold for human civilization in space. But before that, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my content. When it comes to the topic of space colonization, it's important to first understand the historical context of space exploration. From the earliest days of human civilization, people have been looking up at the stars and wondering what lies beyond our planet. In the 20th century, we saw the beginning of the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, into orbit. This event marked the beginning of the space age and sparked the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The United States responded by launching their own satellite, Explorer 1, in 1958. In 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit the Earth, and in 1969, American astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin "Buzz" Aldrin became the first humans to walk on the Moon as part of the Apollo 11 mission. Since then, we've continued to send probes to explore other planets, and have sent humans to live and work on the International Space Station. We've also seen private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin making significant strides in reusable rockets and spacecraft, which reduces the cost of space travel. Today, we are seeing some exciting advancements in technology that are helping us to take significant steps towards space colonization. For example, scientists are developing new methods for growing food in space, and engineers are working on designs for sustainable habitats on other planets. Additionally, the development of new propulsion systems such as nuclear thermal propulsion and nuclear electric propulsion are making interstellar travel possible. In summary, space exploration and colonization have come a long way since the beginning of the space age. While there are still many challenges to overcome, the current advancements in technology and space exploration are bringing us closer to the possibility of living and working in space. When it comes to the feasibility of space colonization, there are certainly a lot of practical considerations to take into account. For one thing, space travel is incredibly expensive. It takes a lot of resources and technology to get people and equipment off the planet, and that's before we even start thinking about how to sustain life in the harsh environment of space. Cost is one of the major challenges for space colonization. It takes a lot of money to develop the technology and infrastructure necessary for space travel and maintaining a human presence in space. Additionally, the cost of launching payloads into space is still very high, which makes it difficult to transport large amounts of supplies and equipment to space. However, as technology continues to improve and companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin have made significant strides in reusable rockets and spacecraft, the cost of space travel has been reduced significantly. Another practical consideration is logistics. Space travel is a complex and risky endeavor, and it requires a lot of planning and coordination to ensure the safety of the crew and the success of the mission. Additionally, living in space requires a lot of equipment and supplies, and it can be difficult to transport everything that is needed. Lack of resources is another major challenge in space colonization. On Earth, we have access to a wide variety of resources that we take for granted, such as air, water, and food. In space, these resources are scarce, and it will be difficult to maintain a human presence without developing new technologies for generating and recycling resources. However, scientists and engineers are making progress in developing sustainable methods for living in space, such as using hydroponics to grow food and recycling waste products to make new resources. Finally, living in space poses a number of health risks, such as radiation exposure and the effects of microgravity on the human body. It is important to understand these risks and to develop the necessary technologies to mitigate them before attempting to establish a permanent human presence in space. In summary, the feasibility of space colonization is a complex issue that involves many practical considerations such as cost, logistics, lack of resources, and health risks. While there are still many challenges to overcome, the current advancements in technology and space exploration are bringing us closer to the possibility of living and working in space. As we've discussed in previous sections, the feasibility of space colonization is a complex issue that involves many practical considerations. But, when we think about the potential benefits of space colonization, it's easy to see why so many people are excited about the idea of living and working in space. First and foremost, space colonization has the potential to expand human civilization and open up new frontiers for exploration. Imagine being able to live and work on other planets or moons, and being able to explore the vast expanse of space. It's a truly exciting prospect. Another potential benefit of space colonization is that it can serve as a backup plan for humanity in case of catastrophic events on Earth. By establishing a human presence in space, we can ensure the survival of our species and protect ourselves from potential threats such as asteroid impacts or nuclear war. Space exploration also has the potential to provide new resources, such as minerals and energy, which can be used to improve life on Earth. For example, helium-3, which is abundant on the Moon, could be used as a fuel for nuclear fusion power. This could provide a new source of clean energy that could help to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. Space colonization can also lead to new scientific and technological advancements. For example, research in microgravity can lead to the development of new materials and drugs, and the study of other planets can help us to understand the origins of life and the potential for life elsewhere in the universe. In addition to these benefits, space colonization can also help us to solve some of the pressing problems on Earth. For example, it can help to mitigate the effects of overpopulation, by providing new land for people to live on. Space colonization can also provide new opportunities for tourism and commerce, such as space hotels and space mining. Moreover, space colonization can also provide new opportunities for the study of human behavior, psychology, and sociology in an isolated environment. It can help us to understand how humans adapt to new environments and how they interact with one another in a closed community. Finally, space colonization can help us to develop new technologies that can help us to protect the Earth from space threats such as asteroids, comets, and solar flares. By studying these threats, we can develop new technologies that can help us to detect and deflect them, and protect our planet from potential collisions. In conclusion, the benefits of space colonization are varied and numerous. While it is a complex and challenging endeavor, the potential benefits make it worth pursuing. Space colonization is not just a dream anymore, it's a real possibility that can change the course of human history. If you watched the video so far and enjoyed, please subscribe to the channel.